Once you have finished your projects, I need to grade them, of course, right? It's kind of part of the class. So what you need to do, and this is specifically the trailer demo, is what we're talking about for today, but any of your assignments are gonna follow the same procedure. In order to give me your project so that I can grade it, you need to export it and put it in a special folder that I have created for you in the Media Shared server. So it's actually a really simple process. You just right-click, you find your sequence, you right-click on the sequence, you go to Export and QuickTime Movie. This is going to make a full, high-quality version of your movie. When that happens, this dialog box is going to pop up. It's actually going to look like this at first. Okay? What you want to do is you want to click this triangle, which will make the window bigger. It'll actually probably be about this big. You want to make it even bigger. Then what you're going to do is you're going to find Pen Media FS right here, Media Shared, Project Hand in Folders. See that? And then if you go over here, you're going to see another folder that says Weisbrod, and then you're going to find folders for each class. Find your class, click. Now there's folders for each one of you by your last name. Then you're going to click on that. Once you've got that set, you could hit save. But before you want to do that, there's two things I want you to do. Number one, I do not want to see a whole ton of files named Sequence 1. So what I want you to do is I want you to just put it on the table, thank you. I want you to just call this trailer or whatever project it is, and then your last name. Okay, so that's the first thing. The next thing I want you to do is go down here and make sure that this checkbox, Make Movie Self-Contained, is checked. For the best quality, if you've got the time, you can check this, Recompress All Frames. We'll actually go through the whole movie and it will recompress each frame individually. For a longer movie, that could take a long time. For this, it'll only take like 2 minutes to make this minute film, okay? So I'm going to leave that off. Make sure that you are exporting your audio and your video. You do not need to export any markers, and you want to keep everything on current settings. If once you're ready and that's all set, okay, you're just going to hit save. And what it's going to do is, you can see it's starting to work. It takes about 30 seconds to make this movie if I don't have the compress all frames on there. And now it's going to make a QuickTime movie. So if I go and hide Final Cut Pro, hide that too. Oh, it's not going to hide. If I go to Media Shared, to the Project Hand in Folders, find the file. What I want you to do is, once it's been finished being made, really important to go and open it up in QuickTime. It's going to open another program and watch it. The reason why it's so important to watch it is because accidents happen. Sometimes you didn't notice something. Sometimes something was turned off in Final Cut Pro and you didn't know it, and all of a sudden something's wrong. If I go to my trailer and look here, you'll notice down on the timeline, I have a clip up on the second track, but the second track is turned off. So now that track is not necessarily going to be in the final video. Oops. How am I going to know that if I don't go watch my final video? Not watching that final video file after it's been made by Final Cut Pro is like printing out an English paper and not making sure that all the pages are in order or that they're all there before you staple them together. You just do it, okay? It's really important. It's like writing an English paper and not proofreading it, not checking it for spelling errors, that sort of thing. you need to go back and watch that video so that you know exactly what I'm going to grade you on. Excuse me. Because I am going to grade you based on what I see. And I can only grade you based upon what's in that folder and what I see. So if there are clips are missing or there's technical difficulties with that clip, I'm going to grade you based upon that. So part of your grade is when you're submitting, do you check it over? Do you make sure that it's good? You know, how, you know, does it have missing clips? Does it have what I call black frames where the clips aren't sitting together and there's little flashes of black in the middle there? Those things are I'm gonna knock off points for those, okay? So that's really important. But once you've checked it and you know that the clip is all good and everything like that, then basically you're done. You just leave it in here. The other thing is, I just want to say, it is very important that you put your last name in here. Because what I do is when I grade them, a lot of times, I will copy them to a flash drive. And I'll just drag them all into a folder. So it's very important for me that you have your last name in there so I know whose is whose. Okay, that's very important. Does everybody understand that? You know, because if I can't tell whose is whose, then you may not get a grade. I mean, I'll grade it later, but you won't get a grade with everybody else because I'm going to have to figure it out. Does this all make sense? I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty simple, but it is important, and I do need you to do it in this way so that I can grade these things easily, know whose is whose, that kind of stuff. Any questions?